Hello and welcome back to Joe's Math Tools. In our session today, this is part 2 on learning how to convert your improper fraction into a percentage, and in this session we're using by simplification. So we will be simplifying our fraction before we change it into a percentage. And if you are ready to see how this is done, let's get started. So in our session today, we will be converting our fraction 24/5 into a percentage. And in this session, we're going to be simplifying our fractions first. Now remember that whenever you are simplifying your fraction, that means you have to simplify between a numerator and a denominator, and that can be within the same fraction or across opposite fractions, but it cannot be between two numerators and two denominators. It has to be a numerator and a denominator. So let's get started. Now with my fraction 24/5, I know that 24 and 5 has no factors in common that will allow me to reduce the fraction any further without having a remainder. So I'm going to simplify between my 5 and my 100, and I'm going to divide by 5 with both of these numbers. So with both of these numbers, I will be dividing by 5. And remember that whenever you are simplifying, you have to divide both numbers by the exact same number. So 5 will divide into itself once, 5 will divide into 100 20 times, and now I'm just going to rewrite my fraction so that we can see what numbers that we're working with. I remember there are some of you who are beyond this stage. You don't have to rewrite the fraction. You can simply just work from where you are. And if you are at that level, by all means, do not feel pressure to have to rewrite your fraction. Okay, so remember that when we have 24 first being multiplied to 28 first, remember that this is the same thing as saying that our 24 is being multiplied to 20. Remember that every whole number has a denominator of 1, however, we just don't write the 1 in, but they mean the exact same thing. So now we're going to move into our multiplication, and we're going to multiply 24 by 20, starting with our 0. 0 times 4 is 0. 0 times 2 is 0. We're going to add in a 0 and then begin multiplying by my 2. So 2 times 4 is 8, and 2 times 2 will equal to 4. So let's sum our digits. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 8 is 8. And we're going to bring down our 4 since it's not being added to anything. So my number, or my fraction rather, 24/5, when converted to a percentage, is equal to 480%. And in case you are looking at your answer and wondering if you did anything wrong, remember that we are working with an improper fraction where the numerator is larger than the denominator. And in those cases, you should be expecting to get a percentage that is larger than 100 because our numerator is larger than the denominator. But in cases where we have a proper fraction and the numerator is smaller than the denominator, then you should be expecting to get a percentage that is less than 100%. Okay, so I hope this example was very easy for you to follow. I hope that it helps you with whatever question you may be working and encourage you to try another question for yourself. So remember, if you want to learn more about fraction conversion, return back to Joe's Math Tools where we make math easy.